Let's come down onto the back. And take a moment to adjust your props underneath you. Your head needs to feel supported. And let the thighs rest on the bolster. Make any little tiny adjustments with the body and the props until you feel like you're being perfectly held. One of the most critical parts when we come into restorative poses is where do we put the hands? What is the orientation of the hands? So take a moment to simply rotate hands in, palms on the floor, rotate hands out or somewhere in between, and find the position of the hands that finishes the comfort, that brings you to that full and complete sense of relaxation and ease. And the thing about restorative yoga, even though we're lying very still, settling in, is sometimes there might be just a tiny adjustment that makes all the difference. It could be the position of the elbows. Are they too close to the body? Are they too far away from the body? It could be the head tilt. Is the head too propped up? Is the head not propped up enough? How does the back of the neck feel? And sometimes when you feel all these little bits and pieces coming together, there's a sense that you could relax into sleep. When you feel like you could relax into sleep, you know you've found the right proportions, the right support, the right body position. And the main reason we spend so much time finding the right body position is so we can relax the face and breathe without any effort. Breathe without any effort. Breathing as if you're asleep. Not trying to breathe. Allowing yourself to be breathed. When you find that position of effortless breath, you know you have arrived. You've found your place on the mat. If there's any bright light in the eyes, you can cover the eyes. And when you find that place of almost perfect rest, you'll hear my voice less and less. The only time you'll hear my voice is when we're ready to make a move, to change the shape. And even then, if the shape you're already in is so ideal, so almost perfect, that you'd like to stay there, you don't even have to move. Even if you hear my voice invite you to move, you can stay as long as you like in any shape, as long as that shape is helping you relax even more. Inhale, gently bend the knees and stand the feet on the bolster. And notice how that feels. Does it feel more relaxing? Less relaxing? Does it just feel different? A different relaxing? Extend the right leg out and let the left knee rest on the cushion. The left foot against that right leg. And feel the sensations in the left hip. Bring the hands out a little wider away from the body if they're not already there. Creating a little T shape with the arms and the body. Palms face up. Keep the left knee where it is and stand the right foot back on the cushion. And then gently bring the right knee down and rest it on the left knee, or as close as you can. And feel that lumbar twist. If the right knee feels uncomfortable, consider putting a cushion between the right knee and the left knee. So that right knee can really rest. Let go. Some people might like to use a block between the knees. or a rolled up towel or blanket. And just notice if that support for the right knee relaxes you more or not. Or is it just simply a different type of relaxation? Once again, the sound of my voice tapering off. Knowing you can always come back to any shape that's more comfortable. Inhale, bring that right knee up. Extend the right leg out. If you have a block or pillow between the thighs, just remove that block or pillow. And this time, stand the right foot on the pillow, on the bolster, and let it come out into tree pose. The right foot against the left leg extended. Notice how the hip feels on this side. Inhale, stand the left foot on the bolster. So spending a little bit of time in twists tonight. You can bring that left knee down towards the right knee, and you can support the left knee with a pillow or blanket or rolled up towel or block. Relaxing with each exhale. Remembering if something doesn't feel right for your body, to let it go, to find an alternative shape. Inhale, bring that left knee back up and extend both legs. Notice the impact of that lumbar twist on the low back. And then bend both knees, bringing the bolster closer to the buttocks. You can reach down with the hands and lift the pelvis and slide the bolster underneath you. And feel that supported back bend. Notice how that feels. And play with the head here. When we lift the pelvis, it's good to lower the head. When the pelvis comes up, the head comes down. So make the head a little bit lower until you find that position for the neck that feels comfortable, safe. And then gently pick up both knees, hook the hands around both knees and rest the hands on both knees. And if you've been walking outside, if you've been on your feet today, this might feel really nice on the low back. Gently stretching out the low back. Letting the body gently breathe itself. And notice over time as the body gets used to this position, this shape, if you can squeeze the knees a little tighter towards the shoulders. Keep the thighs wide away from the belly. No pressure on the belly. And then release the hands out to the floor, palms face up. And imagine on the right ankle, just on the right ankle, there's a little helium balloon that picks your foot up into the air. Notice how that feels on the low back. Gently curl the toes of the right foot back. And then slowly the air leaks out of the balloon and gently lowers that foot back down. And then a second helium balloon on the left ankle lifts the left leg up. Holds the left leg in the air. Almost no effort to rest your foot into the air. And then lift the right foot to join the left. If you prefer to have your feet up against the wall here, you can always rest them against the wall. And then bring the elbows and hands into the air like helium balloons are around your wrists. So all the limbs suspended in the air. And let your left leg come out to the left a little bit. And your right arm out to the right. Bring the left leg in. And bring the right arm up. Let the left leg gently come out to the right leg come out to the right. And the left arm out to the left. Almost like your little helium balloons are being blown to one side. Inhale, bring the right ankle back, left arm back. Bend both knees and let the feet drift back to the ground, arms still in the air. Helium balloons, still holding the arms up. And then clasp the fingers and bring the hands under the head. And just feel that support. Release the hands, lift the pelvis and press the bolster back onto the thighs. Resting the lower back on the ground. Let the hands flop out gently beside the body. And notice how it is to rest back into that original shape after all that back bending and inversion work. Gently bend the knees. Stand the feet on the bolster and roll to one side, curl up into a little ball. Notice how the body feels. And as gently as you can, press up to a seated position. So we're going to stick to the theme of twists. So you want to take your bolster down the middle of the mat and sit sideways to the bolster so your knees are facing the long edge of the mat. And then sit up nice and tall and turn into a little twist facing the bolster. And then each hand straddled beside. Drape your ribs and your torso and your head onto the bolster. And as best as you can, bring the full weight of the torso onto the bolster so there's no support from elbows or shoulders. Try to get the arms in as comfortable position as you can. So the bolster is supporting your ribs, torso, head. And then make sure the legs feel comfortable. You can play with the leg position until you find that near perfect, relaxed position. So the twist in the spine has moved up into the thoracic, the shoulder blade area. Notice what it's like to breathe in this position. Breathe as best as you can through the nose. Even if the nose is a little challenged, a little blocked, as best as you can, breathe in through the nose. And as you relax more and more, you might find yourself sinking into a very easeful state. You may notice the breathing starts to slow down. If you fall asleep at any time, you won't miss a thing. You'll only rest that much deeper. Let any images and thoughts come and go. Not holding on to any particular narrative. As you let the narrative go, the body relaxes even more. Let the images and thoughts come and go. Relax into the breath. And we'll take another 5 or 10 breaths on this side. And using that 5 or 10 breaths to consider how you might transition to the other side. Gently, slowly. Never in a hurry. Supporting yourself the whole way. Like you're turning over in bed. Coming down onto the other side. Letting the bolster support you. So a new twist, new sensations. Getting the legs in just the right spot. Elbows and shoulders in just the right spot. Let the images and thoughts come and go. Not holding on to any narrative. Giving this time for the body to heal itself, digest, relax, renew. relaxing the body even more. Letting the thoughts and images come and go. Not holding on. Letting the breath slow down. Let the thoughts and images come and go. Not holding on. Stay as relaxed as you can.
Let the images and thoughts come and go. Keep letting go. Let the thoughts and images come and go. Let the breath flow. take the next 5 to 10 breaths to prepare to sit up once again. Big twist tonight's class. Come up in a relaxed, easy way. Take your time. Deep, long twists like that. The nervous system really settles down, the digestive system takes over. And then having the bolster just where you had it, turn your back on the bolster. And you might like to have a towel. A towel or a blanket folded up in case you need it. Sit with your back to the bolster about 1 fist distance between the spine and the bolster, and gently drape back onto the bolster. And take a moment as you drape back to determine if you need any support either under the back of the head or under the hips. So for me, I'm feeling I need support under the head, so I'm going to bring my blanket under the head. Much better. Takes the stress out of the neck. Let the hands rest against the earth, palms up or slightly up. Resist the temptation to flatten the hands, the palms into the earth. And consider if you want to bring the kneecaps together, feet apart, to support the low back. Or if you like to bring the knees out to the side, you could support the knees with blocks. To get a hip opening. Or you could straighten the legs. So many different positions for the legs available. Find the position that works best for you tonight. It might be different next week. Letting thoughts, images come and go. And noticing the sensations in the chest, the shoulders. Noticing how it is to breathe in this position. letting the breath slow down. Just like it does before sleep. Letting thoughts and images come and go. Letting each new breath come and go. Take the next 4 or 5 breaths. Let your attention come back to the space you're in. Let your knees bend, feet on the mat if they're not already there. Gently reach the arms over the head, a little stretch. And then consider how you might roll to one side, either staying on the bolster or coming off the bolster. And then in your own time, gently press up to a comfortable seat. Maybe using the bolster or a block to sit on. Keep the gaze hazy, relaxed. Noticing how the posture feels at the end of class. Noticing the impact on the nervous system. As you bring the hands together at the chest in gratitude for each other's company. Namaste. Thank you, friends. I'll turn the video off.